Sometimes what we experience on the inside does not match what the world sees. Pain rarely announces itself. Illness does not always leave visible marks. From the outside, I can look composed, functional, and fine. But the inside is another landscape, or figurative in my case. Since September of 2025, my life quietly shifted. It began with grief. My beloved cat, Mr. Remington, passed away after a series of strokes. 18 years, a full life. And still, I was unprepared for the silence he left behind. Before I could process that loss, I boarded a plane to Taiwan to see my grandmother. She is 90, and her health is fragile. The trip was necessary. It was also heavy, emotionally demanding, and physically draining. By the time I returned in November, my body was already whispering. Insomnia lingered, and a small lupus flare flickered. Then, December 11th, a minor surgery to correct a genetic hearing loss. The surgery went well, and I believe I was fine. And a week later, after the surgery, I tapered off the post-surgery steroid, and my nervous system erupted. A waterfall of thoughts crashing into my mind. They did not belong to me, and I knew it, but to chemistry, and I couldn't control it. Between Christmas and New Year's, I dashed between urgent care and primary care, in the morning and in the middle of the night. After 10 days, the anxiety finally settled. But then, my body said, enough. Systemic hives, rashes from head to toe, an immune system rebounding too loudly after the anxiety finally left me. It has been 8 weeks. Both my rheumatologist and primary care physician are still trying to understand what happened. So I was put on a different steroid now, resetting. When you live with lupus, your baseline is not the same as other people's. You do not always know how your body will respond. What looks stable can change overnight. And for 8 weeks, I watched the world go by. From windows, from quiet rooms. The rashes are still here. On the pain scale, maybe 3 or 4 now compared to the 9 and 10 I was experiencing in the first 3 weeks. Whether it's visible or not, something is always unfolding inside. And this is the space between seeing and unseen. Sometimes the wisest course is not to fight. Allowing the unexpected to arrive and slowly ease its way out. The body needs time. Understanding and the room to recalibrate. There is no use in stacking more suffering on top of what already hurts. You do not need to create a second storm inside the first one. Yes, I felt sorry for myself. I also felt angry and afraid. I freaked out. And then I noticed awareness arrived. And when I become aware, something softens. This is not the worst that can happen to me. Even this is something I can sit with. I realize when the emotions rise, I paint. I watch the water glide. I paint between sadness and frustration. The brush does not ask for certainty. It moves anyway. Just like this painting, I have no idea where it is going, and that is okay. Not knowing does not mean unsafe. Uncertainty is not always danger. As I watch the color spread, I anchor here, in the present. And in the present, there is space. Space to stretch, space to play with a ruler. Why not? And space to settle, space to breathe without needing answers. Even if you can't see anything clearly, even if everything feels blurry and you have no answers, You're still here in the space, in the presence, able to breathe and take a moment for yourself. Each brushstroke creates room, and in that room, hope becomes possible. Not unrealistic or dramatic hope, not forced optimism, just a quiet knowing that tomorrow may be softer. That even this pain comes and goes, and I can push it around. When I look closely, everything moves. The rash shifts, the fear shifts, and the sadness even changes. Nothing stays exactly as it is. And I'm still here. Healing is not always visible. It does not always look like progress. Sometimes healing is simply staying present while the body recalibrates, and staying gentle while the immune system remembers. Staying aware without adding more fear. In this moment, I'm creating space, and in that space, something quiet grows. Patience, trust. The understanding that I do not have to solve everything today. That I do not have to be who I was before. That healing, however slow, however incremental, begins here. In this breath, in this brushstroke, in this present moment. And for now, that is enough.